Hey Cancer, welcome to Sarah Tarot. This is your January 2017 reading. Welcome to the month of Capricorn. This is your opposite sign. The sun is in your opposite sign of Capricorn. So, some of you, I have a feeling, have maybe fallen in love relatively recently. Been feeling the love vibes majorly with you guys, which is awesome because Cancers, you might be some of the best partners in the zodiac. I will just say that right now. I don't know if I know of a better sign for caring and loving, showing up relentlessly, knowing and sensing your partner's needs, being aware and very psychic about the energies that are around you. I mean, that's kind of your superpower, is like you have that third eye thing going where you can sense an emotional state in somebody and also just have the instincts to know how to heal that and to nurture that back to health. What a beautiful sign you guys are. I really love Cancers. A lot. You guys crack me up too. You're hilarious. Hilarious. Some of the funniest people I know are Cancers, for sure. And so, since the sun is in your 7th house, which is, well, it's Capricorn, and 7th house is, if you don't know much about astrology, and I don't do much with astrology, but the 7th house is your house of partnership, so your opposite sign, and that is Capricorn. And there is a sense that I've had with some of you over the last few months, or the last year-ish, there's been some new love energy coming in. And I get a sense that January is going to be one of those months where the love continues. Oh yeah, you guys. I'm looking, okay. I'm just getting right into your reading. The monthly lessons, the monthly questions are going to just come through me as I do this reading. So I like to pull 3 cards for your recent past. And just to look at the energies that are bringing you into 2017. Boom, right away, 3 of Cups. It looks like you had a really nice holiday season. You have some good friendships, people that were helping you through it. Even if you were super busy and you were exhausted, there were people who reminded you why you work so hard and why you're here and why you like living and communing. Even if your head was in the clouds and even if you were thinking about a million things and sometimes getting distracted by those things because it was the end of the year and there was a lot to do, there were still people around you that got you. And I love this. I love this. The Magician card. You had some magic coming into your life, didn't you? You made some shit happen at the end of 2016. That's the sense that I get. If you had to make a move on something, you were making it. And you were making it. You were combining those elements. The Magician is... He's groundbreaking, right? He's able to bring all the elements together to create something new. That is the energy that you were having. You were like... problem solving right and left, am I right? Very beautiful energy, very positive energy. It's the kind of energy you get when you know what you need to get done and you do it. You might have felt a little tired at the end of the month though. At the end of December, once we hit January, you might be feeling a little bit tired. And there's always that kind of that lag after the holidays where it feels a little bit dead. And you're kind of like, okay, what next? Okay, I did all this work. Lots of energy moving in October, November, December. Lots of energy. And that can be draining. But I just get this sense with you Cancers right now that there has been some love vibes going on. Like if you have been with somebody for a long time, there might be some rekindling going on. And if you're looking for love, oh baby. And if you're like newly with somebody, it's just been rolling in a really good way. I mean, your central energy is the Knight of Cups. That's just heart-centered energy right there. Good news. You know, if you ask somebody out with this kind of energy, they're going to say yes, and it's going to be an amazing date. It can also just be like family fulfillment. If there's new births, marriages, anything like that. This is super, whoa, just fell out of my hand. This is super warm energy, and it's very heart-centered. And what was I saying, Cancers? I just have this feeling with you guys. You're on the heart-centered path. And I really get that from the fact that above the Knight of Cups, we have the Queen of Cups. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, you guys, you are just full of love. To me, this just screams Cancer. You know, the Queen of Cups is just the warmth and the heart and the presence of that heart and that caring. That is you right there. Boom. And there is a sense, there's just, you have a new path forward with this love. Like, for real. There is something really sweet going on here. There is a very workable element to whatever this sweet romance is. There is a very clear, it's not just an up in the clouds kind of thing. There's a sense that this person came in, gets you, understands you, can share your vision with you, and can move forward with you into the future, which not every relationship and not every crush has that. But you all seem to be really pulling that energy in right now. And when I see these kinds of energies, this is your central energy for all of January. It's what you're going to be feeling and sensing. So if you're having really heart-centered energy like that, the best advice I would be is just take the time to have really good conversations with the people around you. Make sure that you have the same vision. And make sure that you aren't compromising too much on your vision. I've realized that a lot of love is all about the compromise and you want to make people happy, but there is a line at which if you cross it, you're basically just giving up what's really important to you in order to keep somebody happy, and we don't want to do that either. So just remember who you are. Remember the gifts that you have to bring, Cancer. Because you do, and you have so much power in the romance department. And sometimes people can take that for granted because a giving sign like you, a sign that's so good and so intuitive at doing that, people who aren't used to having that in their lives, or maybe they can take it for granted. They will just start taking it for granted and say, oh, well, that person gets me. Like, they know what I need. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. Excuse me. I'm not bored by this reading whatsoever. I swear. No. You guys can be taken for granted because you are so good and you are so in tune. It's like you're like the dream assistant, that boss who takes you for granted, you know. You can get to that place. So just remember, your wishes and dreams are just as important as your lovers, your husbands, your wives, your new boyfriend. It's just as important, and don't lose sight of that. Okay? That's my best advice. Now, going into the second half of the month, you're going to have a chance to come into your own in this love. I mean, you have it all. This is what's going to happen. I'm just turning over these cards, and there's a lot happening here, so let me just take a breath. Oh my god. I can't stop yawning. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's been so busy. It's been so busy. Okay. I think it's just something about Cancers. Your energy is just, woo, heart. I feel it. I love it. So, what was I saying about over-compromising? You can lose yourself in the fray a little bit. In the Five of Cups, often it's like irreparable loss. But in your case, I think this is more of just a little bit of a warning. A little bit of a nudge to remember that you are worth the time and effort. There's no need for you to spill over your own cups. If you lose yourself too much in partnership, you can do that. And you don't want to do that. You guys, as much as you have that emotion, you're also very practical and you're very able to get your feet on the ground and say, nope, this is how it has to go, okay? And it will. Things are turning for you. Things are changing for you. Things are coming in. Energy is changing. Energy is picking up for you, especially the second half of the month, Cancer. So, things might be shifting. If you've been thinking about moving in with somebody, it might happen. If you've been thinking about moving to a city and you're in a long-distance relationship, it might happen. If you have been thinking about leaving a partnership, can also work for this. It might happen. If you might feel ready to do that. Whatever choices you're making, they are going to feel really good. Like, you are going to be basking in that sun. You're going to be basking in the glow of that warmth. And you are going to feel like you are on a blessed path. So even though that Five of Cups came up for the second half of the month, to me that is just a little nudge to just remind you that your priorities and your cares and your concerns are just as important as a partner, just as important as your family, your children, or your spouse, or even your coworkers. I know you want to give. I know you want to give. And I know you want to make people happy, but you can spill your own goods in a way that leaves you depleted. And if that happens, it's going to be much harder for you to get here. And we want you to be here. We want you to continue to be here because overall, honestly, this is just a beautiful reading and you have the love, baby. You got the love. You got the partnership. Now let's clarify a couple things here for you. I'm going to clarify this Sun and Wheel of Fortune together. I think these two together, they are such a powerful duo. I can't think, you know, the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun, it just suggests that things are clicking into place in such a nice way where you just feel like, yeah, like a breath of fresh air. And like you really know where you need to go next. What a powerful, wonderful way. And I'm using the Cosmic Tarot. I think it's beautiful to do these clarifiers because I just like the imagery. I think that they really evoke a lot. And it's a great way to end the reading is to really look at these last couple cards and to pull it all together and see what really comes out for you. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, Cancer. I don't know. This is such a sweet reading. The thing with you guys is that you are so good at being the emotionally present people. You can bring this magic into the world that not every sign has, truly. I mean, and it's subtle too. So like people will get lured in before they even know what's happening. And then guess what? Oh, bam. You got a Cancer in your life and they're making it work. One more card. All right. Oh, another card wanted to come out. Okay. So I pulled 4 cards. And these are, like I said, for that Wheel of Fortune Sun energy. It's very bright. It's very promising. Okay, you guys. Ace of Cups. What was I saying? Your cup is going to be full. Emotionally, just gorgeous. You might have some fiery energy around you. You might be in love with somebody who's very fiery. You might even feel like this person. You might feel, because the Queen of Wands is very much self-aware in a good way. She knows her power. She knows her value. She brings passion and clarity and intensity to any situation, and she's not afraid to stand her ground. So this could very well be you if you have, and it could also be your partner. It could also be a close friend that kind of lights you up and makes you feel very strong. So you're feeling good. You're feeling good. Now, you are going to have a little bit of reflection to do, my friends. Just a little bit. The Three of Swords is coming up, and that goes with the Wheel of Fortune. You really might have to cut some ties, you guys. You might need to take some time. And this could just be, for me, the sword suit is so in the mind. It's battles that you have in your own mind. And you might have some old wounds that are coming up, because if you find this kind of love, you have this kind of accepting, warm, overflowing love, it is also a trigger for any old wounds that come through. So just be aware that you might have some walls come up. As such an emotional sign, as somebody who can feel and emote so well, that's what I mean by emotional, is that you feel the world around you, which is such a gift. It really is. But it also means that those walls can crop up when you're feeling vulnerable, which deep accepting love does so well somehow. You know, it tears us down and leaves us like, oh my gosh, you can see me, you can see who I am. You might feel some of those mental walls come up. If you were in a distrustful relationship in the past, or you were cheated on, or you fought with somebody and you felt like they never could accept you for who you were, those walls might be coming up in your own mind. That's fine. You know, that happens. We all have those fears and those old wounds, and when you're on a really true course forward, they do come up. They have little revisits to say, hey, And these are the moments when you get those little crop ups with those darker walls that we all have. That's the time it's an invitation. In my mind, it's an invitation to release them. And you can normally, if you take the time to do that when they crop up, just sit with them, understand them, and make peace with them and say, it's okay. Because it is okay to have these fears. Say, it's okay. They will leave gracefully, and they won't hold you back anymore. And that will free you up to be in the sun. That will free you up to be overflowing with love. And I think that is a theme for you, Cancers. And that came up with the Five of Cups too. This is another fear. I think these are fears of what is at risk if you love. If you let everybody in, there is a risk, right? And you probably have learned the hard way before that you have given of your whole heart and soul and found that hard, heart-wrenching things did happen. But that does not seem to be an element in whatever this energy is that's surrounding you. It's not an element of betrayal. It's not an element of two-facedness at all. In fact, it is very straightforward. It is very much on your team, wanting the best for you. This person or people or work situation even want the best for you. They want you. They want you in their lives. They want your energy around them. They're on your team. And that is the kind of energy that will bring you so much joy, and you deserve it. You need to be surrounded by that energy, I think, Cancer, because clearly some things have gone down for you before. And I don't know any better tonic than people showing you that it doesn't have to be this way, right? So you deserve it. You guys deserve it. Once again, if you have those fears crop up, do not beat yourself up for that, because that is so normal. And in fact, those were teachers for you at one point, right? Like that kind of intense situation taught you something about yourself and your self-value. And it's okay to have those thoughts and to sit with them, to allow them to process. And like I said, if you're in such a great energy like you are with this Knight of Cups and this Queen of Cups and the Chariot energy below that, you are going to have a safe space to let it go. And to remember that that's just one part of the journey, one lesson to learn. It's not indicative of the entire plethora of experiences that you can have. So I am so excited for you guys. It is going to be an enlightening month, I think is the word expansive, heart opening, the kind of thing where when you were a kid and like you're just having like the best day ever. I don't know. It could be just the sun was shining. It was a beautiful day. You were out playing and you could just feel your heart was just open. It was just glowing and you felt so playful and free and excited. Maybe you were going to have a sleepover that night and you've been playing with projects in your class at school and you just felt free and open. Like that's the kind of energy that I see for you. And I do think that you're going to find a new path forward into enjoying it wholeheartedly. And you're going to remember that childlike joy, which to me, that is like the sun energy, is just that childlike joy. It is coming for you, baby. And that is wonderful. I love this reading for you guys. I think you really deserve it. Like I said, you Cancers can't think of better partners. Ooh. That's the good stuff right there. So I do personal readings, so if you'd like to talk a little bit more about your specific life and everything that's going on with you, I'm going to leave my email and my website below so you can get in touch with me directly. And I am so happy that you took the time to watch this and to get to know me a little bit. And I will see you in a month. I can't wait to see what happens. If you want to share your stories and your own personal journeys and what's been going on for you in January, I would love to hear in the comments below. And I will see you all in a month. I can't wait. All right. Bye.